Hello everybody, my name is Graeme and welcome to Two Left Thumbs, and this is our 250 subscriber milestone special. I actually almost made one of these videos at 100 subscribers, but that was right around when the Riddle School series was coming out, and that gained like a lot of views and subscribers at a very rapid pace, and so we went from like 60 to 180 or something like that in like a week, and so it kind of just blew past it, so I figured I'd just wait till whatever the next milestone would be. I want you guys to know that I have my own like private celebration for like every single subscriber. Every time I open up YouTube and I see like one new subscriber on there, I have a little like moment and like a little internal mental fiesta of me throwing that person their private own lavish party, because it's super exciting every time. And I thought that, you know, back when I was at like 6 subscribers and I'd see like 7 or 8, and that would take like a week, and I'd be like, fuck yes. I thought that some of that would go away, that, you know, the more you have, you get like 10 in a day, and still every single one of them gets me so pumped, because it's so awesome to imagine whoever that person is that took the time to stop, watch our videos, and like them enough to subscribe. So it's exciting for me every time still. And on the other side of that, every time I lose a sub, it's like a little bit of a slap in the face, you know? A little bit of a cold, hard reality. But that doesn't feel as shitty as it used to, because sometimes you'd lose like 2 subs in a day, and it would take like a week to get them back. Now I have like a growing confidence that that person will either come back or that someone else will take their place. And so part of me still has to stop and think every time, like, what did I do wrong? How do I get them back? But I have to just be accepting of that. It's really hard to do, but I'm getting better at it. I don't do a lot of vlogs, but I want you guys to know that I really do appreciate the support, and more than once I've thought about just like phoning it in and being like, that was fun while it lasted, but maybe I'll move on to something else. But really, I have grown to enjoy recording and editing, and seeing you guys coming out, commenting, and supporting really does give me that extra motivation to keep going, so I appreciate it so much, and thank you guys for sticking around. I would love to sit here and just kiss your guys' butts for like 10 more minutes, but I do want to move on to something that's like mildly serious, that I'm not sure a whole lot of other YouTubers have talked about when they talk about growing their channel, and it's probably the biggest reason why I've never done a milestone video before, and I want to elaborate on that a little bit. Ever since I started the channel, I had big visions for it and high hopes, and I've withheld doing subscriber videos because it feels like any day could be your big break, and then, oh, it wasn't necessary to do a 100 subscriber video because in 3 days I'm gonna have 200 subscribers, and a week after that I'll have 1,000. So why bother? You know, you just put it off because you're thinking like the next big thing is coming. So you might as well save it up for that. You know, really, it's naive and narcissistic at the core of it to think that you're so special and so captivating that these flocks of people are going to come to you when you don't have a fan base, that you just think overnight it's going to happen. And so that's kind of the trap that I fell into, and it's a little bit shameful to think that I thought I was going to just be big overnight, but I imagine so many people feel that same way and maybe aren't willing to admit it. It's kind of hard for me to admit. I thought that like, oh, with each series I have like a different friend come in and play with me. That's cool. That's something that might appeal to people. I'll do like first impression videos when things like first come out. That'll draw people in. That's interesting. I'll do animations, both like original and kind of like Game Grumps animated stuff. People will like that. That'll bring people in. That's like a bunch of things that I'm doing that maybe other people aren't doing, and maybe it'll help me find an audience more quickly. And I've made like topical animations too, which were jokes that I genuinely thought were funny and animations that I wanted to make. But there is a kernel in there that the original reason I started brainstorming an idea for it is because I thought it would bring in views. The 2 biggest examples of that would have to be my like Batman vs Superman parody and my Deadpool Valentine's Day animation. The Batman vs Superman one's the stupidest thing I've ever made, and I thought people would get a kick out of it. The Deadpool one, I was actually pretty proud of that script. That's like the first real big amount of script writing I've done. So there were reasons to do those animations otherwise, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't go to sleep those nights thinking, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow to 10,000 views and a whole new bunch of subscribers. It's just this hope and maybe a little bit of delusion. And I've come to find that YouTube just doesn't work that way. There is a balance there. There are things I'm probably going to end up recording or making that were made largely with the hope that it would bring in a new audience. And I hope that you guys don't disparage me for that, because I think that's the normal mindset of a creator, is that you want to build your audience. And if that means playing a game that maybe wasn't the top of your list of something you wanted to play, or animating a joke that you didn't think was the funniest but it's on a popular subject, I hope that you guys can still appreciate it for what it is and not think that I'm just being like the subscriber hungry sellout. All the time that goes into recording and editing videos and releasing things on the day that a game comes out, all that helps, but it seems to be so minuscule, and it seems to have so much more to do with luck, which is really unfortunate. There's things you can do to help luck be on your side, but at the end of the day, it is a lot of luck. My biggest subscriber spike came from the Riddle School series, which I had already recorded because the 10th anniversary was coming up, and then out of nowhere, Dan Diamond Minecart and Jacksepticeye both made Riddle School videos, and so all of a sudden way more people are searching for that, and so these videos that I had randomly already made were getting found in those searches as well. And so that's what I mean by luck, is that I wasn't capitalizing on some sort of trend, and my search engine optimization must have been half decent, but those videos probably would have only got the usual 10 or 20 views if it wasn't for big 10 million subscriber YouTubers suddenly doing a series on those games. So I guess the point there is that there's no freebies on YouTube. There's no one thing that you can just make a video on that suddenly everyone's going to come look at and it's a guaranteed hit and you're going to get a ton of new popularity. That's just not how it works. You just got to keep making content and eventually something might stick, and there is a drive for me now to keep doing new things and expanding and trying new things, looking for that new thing that might stick. I've gained a much deeper appreciation for the subscribers that I already have and the new ones coming in, that they actually stuck around and found something here that they liked and they decided to subscribe. And I've learned how hard it is to convince someone that your channel is worth dedicating their time to. And I'm so grateful for you guys for sticking around. I love you all so much for taking the time to watch the videos and to subscribe and to comment and provide feedback. I love it. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. So I guess the major point of this video is thank you guys for sticking around. I really appreciate having you. And I guess the second part of it is that hopefully you guys can forgive me if I go off the usual path once in a while to try and drum up a new audience. And I apologize if it's content that maybe you weren't expecting from this channel when you subscribed. I'm gonna need you guys with like a rolled up newspaper or something to like come swat me on the nose or something if I'm totally killing the channel with some outrageous choice that I'm making. I don't think that's gonna be the case, but you guys have to police me if any of that starts happening. And now, to end this video, I'm gonna spit in the face of most of what I just said and disregard all historical evidence and let you guys know that I have a couple things in the works that I'm really excited about, and all of them have a 50-50 balance of I genuinely want to make this and I think people might come check it out. 2 of these are animations. One is actually started and underway. I've mostly completed the storyboard and started animating. The other one is just an idea right now, maybe not necessarily going to happen. And the other one's a fan game that I've mentioned before, which I haven't had a lot of time to work on lately. All of these are things that I want to make, and if they bring in subscribers, then great, high five, that's a bonus, right? I apologize if this video became too much about me justifying choices I've made in the past, but I haven't heard people talk before about creating content that they made purely as view grabbing, or the fact that they created the channel with the assumption that they'd be a lot bigger than they are. And even if when I started I hoped to have been bigger than I am now, that doesn't hurt the fact that I'm really enjoying what I'm doing and that I'm really grateful to have you guys around. Because if anything, it's just given me that deeper appreciation for it. So I truly, wholeheartedly am grateful and so thankful for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I'm pretty nervous to upload this video because I feel like I'm really bearing myself here and showing a side of me that you try to keep hidden as a creator a lot of the times, and so it's got me a little bit anxious. I just hope you guys don't tear me to shreds and think I'm some kind of hypocrite or monster or something, but I just want to be truthful, and I hope that you guys can appreciate that. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the subscriptions. I hope you guys stick around for a long time to come, and I hope I stick around for a long time to come. I plan to. And I really need to come up with some kind of sign out, some sort of way that I end all my videos, because right now I don't know how to end videos ever.